my name is Amy, and I thought for my first video I would film a WIP parade. Now I think there are many more WIPs that I have forgotten about because I do have a WIP problem. However, these are the ones that I can remember, so they're going to be the most important WIPs. I will say that I have just filmed this, and when I went to look at it, my camera stopped recording because memory was full apparently. I don't know how that happened because I checked and I have over 100 gigabytes and I wasn't talking for hours, so I don't know how that happened. But anyway, if anything feels rushed, it is because I have already told you once already. You just will need to, I don't know, if I put this off, I'm never gonna film it, so I've got to do it now so I can edit it when I'm still like in the swing and I'm still like let's go before I forget. So WIP number 1 is the WIP I've cast on most recently, and it's just a vanilla sock, 72 stitches, 2.25mm needles, afterthought heel, which is new for me. I was really worried that I was going to mess it up, so I put it in while I was still knitting the foot. Like, it was when I had only done like one stripe of the foot, because I was really worried that I would mess it up. So then if I did mess it up, I could have just ripped back and put in another heel, but I didn't mess it up, which is nice. This is Fab Funky Fibres in Sock Circus. I got the 100 grams, so 250 gram skein option, because I'm hoping that I'll have some for my partner and I'll have enough to at least make myself shorty socks, which will be fun. The ribbing is 20 rows, then the leg is 70, I believe, and then I feel like the foot will be another 70-ish. So yeah, that's WIP number 1. WIP number 2 is maybe the most foolish WIP, because I'm trying to knit a jumper for my partner using 4-ply yarn. I'm currently knitting rib on 2.5mm needles. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. We might be married before I finish this, but anyway, it could be a wedding gift. We don't currently have a date for the wedding, so you know, I suspect this will take years, quite honestly. It's tiny. It's the Scilly Gansey by the Raw Wool Company, and I'm knitting it in Erika Wool Local, I believe. I got the yarn from Wool Bath when we visited just before we got engaged, which is lovely. So it's sentimental, and I thought it would be. He's very knit worthy. Like, he's the owner of all of the socks that I have made, and he wears them with pride. For our first Christmas, I made him a bear to hold his main present, and that bear is still on his desk, and whenever he goes away for work he takes the bear with him, so he's incredibly knit worthy. So yeah, it does only use 3-ish skeins though, so cost effectiveness, very good. Time effectiveness, quite poor. WIP 3, I pull from my pile of WIPs, is only a panel, and I don't know where the rest is. It's a front panel. It will be a cardigan. I'm going to be honest, I can't remember the yarn. I know it's a cotton and it's really pretty, but I got both this and the pattern from my local yarn shop and I'm going to have to seam it. I cannot stand seaming. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate it, which is why this hasn't been done, because I only have the sleeves to go, and I think they're short sleeves. So like, there's no reason for this not to be done apart from the fact that I'm putting it off because I don't want to seam. So yeah, nothing else to say about this. It's a really pretty lace pattern. It's the first lace pattern I've ever done. It's lovely. It's so soft. Doesn't feel like the traditional like scrubby cottons, if you know what I mean. It's nice, it's lovely. It will make a lovely cardigan. I just need to finish it. My aim is to try and finish all of these by the end of the year. I feel like if I make a podcast every week, every fortnight, even once a month, it will keep me more accountable. Hopefully, because I need to knit on stuff to show progress. And then if I knit on stuff, it will get done. I hope. We'll see. The next one I've got is, I was doing this for the Lonely Knitters knit along, well, make along, advent make along, and this is, it's just granny squares, just teeny tiny little granny squares, out of the Curated Yarn Company's 2024 advent calendar. They're just 3-row granny squares. I think I could get 6 out of 1 mini, which is really nice. And then I'm going to join them all with either a neutral or a grey. I'm undecided on that yet. I'll lay them all out and then I'll see. But I'm going to join in the round because, God forbid, sewing anything together or crocheting anything together like a seam. Absolutely not. Awful. No. Now, the next WIP is one that I might actually get done because I only have 4 centimetres of sleeve left to knit, and the sleeve is like 30 centimetres, and that is the Teddy Bear Sweater by Petite Knit. I mean, I need to put on a little teddy bear face here, but this is for my next door neighbour who's currently pregnant. She's due very soon though, so I'll need to get cracking on the 4 centimetres of rib that I need to do. And I'm hoping to make a matching one for the baby's brother. So I'm hoping to make that as well. But this is my aim to finish. I mean, I can finish that tonight. It's not many rows, is it? It's just putting it off. Literally that much. And I'm just putting it off, which is so frustrating. I know it's all my own fault, but yeah, this is the Teddy Bear Sweater by Petite Knit. I forgot if I said that or not. And I'm using Wendy's Peter Pan, which is an acrylic polyamide mix. It's so soft. It'll be so soft for a baby. It's lovely. I think I'm going to knit myself something in this. I'm not a massive acrylic fan anymore. However, there's something to be said for how affordable it is, and how soft it is, and it's going to wash up really nicely. So yeah, that's WIP, what, 4? 5. WIPs 6 and 7 are the same WIP but using different yarn, and they are both the Daft Days Cardigan by the Bear. This one is using West Yorkshire Spinners BFL. I started it for the East Anglia Yarn Festival and got that far before the festival happened and have not knitted it since. So then I thought, I really like this pattern. I'll knit it in some of my own hand-dyed and just a neutral. That will get me to finish it. No, it won't. Done even less of this one. So they're both on my list to do. What I hate is purling, is what it is. I just really dislike purling. And I know I've got to grow up and just purl, but it's just so boring. Compared to knitting, which it's exactly the same, but it's not. It's so not. Anyway, that is 6 and 7. It'll be so pretty when they're done. I also worry that the red one might look a bit Christmassy, which is what initially put me off it. Tell me what you think if it is a bit too Christmassy. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now, I've only got 4 more, I think, just reaching over to the pile that I had put them all in previously when I recorded it earlier. Now, WIP 8 is another Rebecca Clow pattern. This is the Tydes cardigan made out of fluff from Wonderful Wool. I love Wonderful Wool as a dyer. They were the first indie dyer that I ever bought from, and this is just 1 strand of fluff because it's a bit thicker than normal fluff. It's like a DK fluff, and I just think it's working up beautifully. I'm mid-row at the minute, mid-purl row. So yeah, I think it's just so pretty, and it will be so colourful and so lovely. I like a good stripe, and it knits up fast. It knits up really fast, so I just don't know. I've got to put some serious time into this so I can actually finish it. The next WIP, I have a reason. All of them are justifiable because they're my WIPs, but I stopped knitting on this when the heat wave happened. Can't remember what this one's called, but it's by the Knit Purl Girl. I will put something here, what it's called. This is out of cottagespun chunky, I believe. I'm in Scilly Island at the minute. I wanted to try and dupe the, I think it was Lang Cloud, the one that was the really cool stripes, and I feel like this is sort of there, as close as like this whole sweater was less money than 1 ball of the Lang. And your girl's on a budget sometimes, but I think it's really nice. It'll be nice in the winter, not so much now when it's currently what, 21 degrees in my house, which is quite cool to what it has been. I have been too hot for a very long time. And is this the final WIP? No, I've got 2 more. This is the Ponni sweater by Audrey. I've forgotten her last name, but it's in Yarnsmiths DK. I believe antique teal. However, you might think this looks nothing like the antique teal that's on the website. I know it looks nothing like it. I feel like their swatches have a lot to be desired. It is shade 3228. It's Merino DK. Very affordable, but it simply doesn't look like the colour online. Like maybe if you squint a bit and stand really far away, you'd be like, well, yeah, maybe, but it's a nice colour. I'm glad I like the colour, however, it was not the colour that I wanted. I know I could have sent it back, but it was a birthday present. And it is a nice colour, just not what was expected. Now, the last WIP is the Shona top by Irene. I remembered their name. This is really fun. I really like this style. The Ponni sweater was like it as well, where you knit the shoulder and then you join, and then you knit the back too, and then you join, and then you join both of them, and then you start knitting. Like, I really like that because it's like little, you've got 4 little finished bits, well 6 little finished bits before you join in the round, and then it starts getting a bit slow, so it like powers me on, which is quite nice. This is made out of Drop Spell. It's my first time using Drop Spell, but I wanted something that had linen in, and it was like £2 a ball, 50 gram ball. It's just so cheap. I had to try something with it. I think this is like one of their neutral colours. But the drape on it is lush, basically. It's lovely. It's a really easy, well thought out pattern. It's on 4mm needles, so it's knitting quite quickly comparatively to some of the other projects that I have. And it's just lovely. I think the amount of WIPs I have is 10. I'll put an actual count here when I'm editing. I would like to get them done by the end of the year, because I'm going through, I don't know if it's because my brain has fully developed, I just want to sort out all my things and be more organised and have less like stuff just pressing down on me, because it's starting to feel like a physical weight. So that's my aim. Like, I can still cast stuff on, but I would like to like finish 2 things, cast on 1 thing, so it's just getting the balance swapping, so I only have like 2 or 3 projects, because I'm never going to be able to work on just 1 thing, because you need a bit of variety. Like, if I'm working on something and it suddenly becomes really difficult, I'm just going to put it off and then not knit, and knitting makes me happy. So I'm going to try and make a video weekly, maybe fortnightly, we'll see, maybe monthly. Life gets busy, we'll see. But I'm going to use this to try and be accountable and knit all of my WIPs. I'm also starting uni. Maybe it's a tentative decision at the minute, in September, so maybe I'll film some of that as well, because art degrees are fun, and I feel like that would be really interesting to show you what I'm doing with that, because I'm going to try and incorporate knitting and like fibre as much as I can with this as well. So yeah, this has been quite scary for me. Not for me to film, it's been quite awkward for me to film, if I'm going to be honest, but me pressing upload is going to be quite scary. I've been on the internet for a very, very long time, and I'm going to be quite honest, I have quite an anxiety about posting. I'm posting anything, even like Instagram photos, and I'm trying to get over that, because again, how can I become an artist if I'm not putting myself out there? And it's a me problem that I've got to expose myself to posting to be able to get better at it. So if you've made it this far, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Please like and subscribe and comment if you want to chat. That would be nice. Okay, bye.